Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience tuning in Mississippi, as well as our online audience joining us worldwide through iHeartRadio. We're glad you all could be with us as well. We are celebrating our 500th guest of 2020 today, and we have a very special guest that's joining us for this celebration. We have Devontae Harris joining us for the first time on our show to talk to him not only about his love of life, but what it's been like for him to pursue goals and dreams for himself, whether we're talking about on the football field and now in the world of business and the community. If you guys do not know Devontae's story, we're excited to be able to share a bit of that with you guys, as well as let you guys know what's coming up with him as well. Devontae, thank you so much for the time, man. Really appreciate it.
Man, thank you for having me on, man. Excited to be here.
Well, look, the pleasure is definitely all ours. So a lot for us to talk about, Devontae. When people hear your name, of course, the first thing a lot of people think about is sports. But you are a perfect example of how you really cannot put someone in a box. You've been able to achieve things, as I mentioned, in business. We're going to talk about, what you've been able to do there, but also in the community. What has it been like for you, Devontae, to be able to have set goals for yourself and to see yourself achieve those goals again and again?
I mean, it's been exhilarating, and the fact that I can continue to challenge myself, man, in the field that I love, I mean, it's a blessing. I've been blessed with a very, very strong support system that's been very supportive, and so, they've been helping me every step of the way. But, just that confidence in myself to be not just an athlete, not just to be labeled as that, but to also be able to use my mind and be a very sharp businessman. I really take pride in that.
Right. Have you always known that you had something that was meant for something, Devontae? And I ask you that question because a lot of times people will look at where they're from or what other people have done, and they'll put limitations on themselves. Have you always known that you could achieve anything you wanted to?
Most definitely. I mean, yeah, and that's how I was raised, man. That's how I was raised. I had very confident parents. I come from a very confident background. There was really no limitations in my household. I mean, I know that I was a sport-based, I had a sport-based mindset, but at the same time, I'm not going to say I just knew that if I stepped outside of sports, I would be successful, but in my gut feeling, I just feel that, I think in favor. So once I attack something and once I do something that I love and I know I'm going to attack it with everything that I have, so I'm going to succeed in my mind. So,
Right. Right. And you've been able to, because of that, as I mentioned, people have gotten to know you from football, you have been able to draw people to you. And that's been interesting in a couple of ways for you, Devontae. You've been able to draw people as spectators, but also people who, as you mentioned, have been part of your support system. I want to talk about the fans, first of all, because, you have those not only online but also offline. What has that been like for you to see the way that people literally around the world have been excited about your success?
Oh, man, it's a blessing, man. I love it. I love the fact that people are hearing about what I'm doing, man, down here. I love the fact that my family involved with it as well, and people are hearing what they're doing with me. And then I love the fact that through all of this, that was given back, and
right.
Just the fact that we could, be on this large of a scale, but continue just to, kind of stay deeply rooted in who we are.
Right.
And, it's fun for me, and it's kind of like it's a secure feeling for me compared to the career that I came from, which is the NFL.
Right, exactly. And I think that's a great lesson for all of us. I want to say for those who are just tuning in on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. We're celebrating our 500th guest of 2020 today with Devontae Harris. We're talking to Devontae not only about his success he's been able to have, but also the journey to where he is today. So, Devontae, I want to talk about business for a moment because Harris House of Heroes is where people can be able to find you on Instagram. We're going to remind them of that. I mean, where did the idea come from to be able to start Harris House of Heroes and to be able to provide this service when it comes to great food?
Like I said, the idea came from really my cousin. As far as I just wanted to be able to build something around him because he was always the cook in the family. And so once I was able to step away from the game and just be able to focus on something that could highlight my family's, their strengths, I think that kind of just like put me in that direction and start a restaurant because like, I've always grew up around food and that Sunday dinner being very important. So I know that I was able to capture that vibe, that, that family home feeling. That is who I am and that is who my family is because we welcome everyone. So I think, I think it was just like a perfect fit for me in that aspect.
Right. Now, I will say this, and I mentioned earlier, you've been able to tackle different things in your life. You did it with football. Now, of course, you're doing it with business. And you mentioned earlier about support system, and I want to talk about that for a second because I think for our audience out there, I think what you've been able to do, Devontae, really shows the importance of having the right people around you. Did you know that was going to be key to your success, making sure that you surrounded yourself with the right people?
Most definitely, 100%, because I was stepping out. This was uncharted waters for me and my family. So I knew that, in all honesty, I knew that I would be able to learn very quickly. So I needed the people that I could trust around the money that was going to be made. I needed the people who was going to have my back, which is my family. Like, it doesn't, like, blood thicker than water, man. So I know my mom, my dad, my sisters, they have my back, So I, like I said, it was that comfort feeling stepping into it. And I knew that we didn't really know how to, per se, run a restaurant, but we knew how our family worked, and we knew that we could adapt to anything if we had each other. So that was a comforting feeling, stepping into that with my family, with that support system.
Right. So I want to talk about that experience and to see people enjoying it. What has that been like for you? Because I noticed, even going back to Instagram, what has that been like for you to see people actually supporting and enjoying the food and the experience?
Man, I love it. I love the response. I love the fact that they love the food, the vibes, and they'll come and just sit in there for hours.
Yeah.
And I'm really so blessed, man, that the people were able to help me to just create this environment for us, for everyone, just to be able to come, kick your shoes off, chill. That's why I kind of call it Harris's House of Heroes. We want you to feel at home. So the fact that people are taking a liking to that and feeling at home, man, it feels like a job well done for me and my team.
Wow. What a great thing and what a great vibe. So we both mentioned about your giving back. You have not made this about you, Devontae. You have definitely been able to pour into other people. Why has that been so important for you, especially when it comes to supporting Black-owned businesses? Why has that been so important for you to make sure that the community is not forgotten?
Because for me, I feel that, so I feel that the fact that I'm the only Black-owned business ever, owner under 30 on McKinney Avenue in Dallas, Texas, in the history, I feel that's a problem because I feel that's a threshold that should have been broken because our people, as Black people, we're so intellectual, we're so smart, and we're so sharp. So the fact that I feel that I'm able to kind of be that guy to kind of try to break that threshold or attempt to do it. I mean, I love the fact that I'm doing it, but at the same time, I'm kind of, screwed up with America, the fact that I had to, even though I'm the first, because I know I wasn't the best. I know, I'm humbly speaking, I know I'm not the best. I know I wasn't the smartest. Everybody knows that, there's someone out there better than you. So just the fact that, I'm glad that I'm the first, but I'm not really happy the fact that we ain't broke through yet,
Got you. So I want to ask you then advice then. We're going to let our audience know how to stay connected with you, Devontae, but what advice would you give to people out there, no matter where they may be living in the country or the world, about the importance of not letting no stop them and to make sure they're going for their goals and dreams?
Man, just my advice is be ready to risk it all. If you want to really be who you are, it's going to come a point to where you're going to have to risk it all and just be willing to take that risk to reach your dreams, If you got that support system around you, like I said, man, and, you got people that you can lean on in bad times, man, take them risks, man. Try to be that, but shoot for the stars and land on the stars. Don't land on the moon.
There you go. Wow, what a great thing. I think it's such a great reminder. Again, everyone, we've been speaking with Devontae Harris. Man, really appreciate you joining us as we celebrate our 500th guest of 2020. Congratulations to you, Devontae, and all the great things that you're doing this year. How can our audience stay connected with you?
Man, you can follow me on Instagram, official_DH10. You can also follow my business page at Harris House of Heroes. And then just stay connected with me on there. I'm very open. I do a lot of responding, man. So just hit me up and y'all show love.
Okay. Well, look, man, congratulations to you again, and looking forward to having you back on the program again, man.
Man, thank you for having me, brother.
Hey, glad to do it. And we thank you, our audience, for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Let's make it a great one.